Hey folks, Matt Sharp here with another Pacific Angler Friday Fishing Report. We're filming for May 29th, back end of May, so if it's nowhere near then, click up here. This is a link to all the reports, and we do it every week, so I'll have something more up to date for you. This week, as you guys know, the shop has been open for 2 weeks now. Thank you so much to everybody that's come down, hung out in a line if you had to, but come to say hi. We really appreciate all the support, and we are excited to be announcing the opening of our guide service early June, if not June 1. I'm gonna have a phone number here you guys can contact if you guys wanna book a trip, because it's go time. The fishing's phenomenal. It's definitely worth getting out right now. On the fishing report side of things, we've got an update on the Capilano. Some fish have been trickling in, not many, but there are some up in the cable pool, so that is worth a look. We've also got a post-spawn bass report from Alex in the written version of the reports. If you guys are out bass fishing, a little bit of bass knowledge for you guys, as well as some tactics to consider when the big females are now off the reds, fattening back up after the spawn. On the actual saltwater fishing, we're gonna touch base on the tides. The tides look good this weekend, and the reports continue to be excellent. Most of you, however, are thinking lake fishing, and we did take our boat out for the maiden voyage last weekend. We had to work, but it was successful. Jason has some epic footage, one in particular of a relatively large trout doing a belly flop on one of my rods. The rod survived. You're gonna have to wait till the end of the report to giggle over that one. Also, on the fly front, we released our fly box video this week, the What's in My Lake Box video, where we get to dive into the mothership, and I picked out 2 boxes, one that's sort of your meat and potatoes go-to flies that you all should have in a kit, as well as an essentials chronomid box. We have those for sale, so call it in. We'll wait till the end of the report. I'll give you all the details on how you can do that, but we're also giving away one of these boxes for free in that video, so I'll leave links at the end of the report to that so you make sure you guys are entered. Now, just to add more onto the fly front, Andre's got a couple cool videos that I wanted to share with you on other patterns for lake fishing that cover mayflies and dragons, something I didn't do in the bread and butters box, but are definitely worth considering. So all you fly tires will want to check out that in the middle of the report. As always, guys, you want to see more reports like this, consider hitting the like button, hit that subscribe button, and let's get into her. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in with me for another episode. Right off the hop, if you guys want to get out saltwater fishing, give the store a call, give the charter line a call, check out the details in the blog where we go over everything that's happening on that front, because I expect key tides and key spots to book up relatively quick, and the fishing's really good right now, so we want to take advantage of it. So with saltwater fishing in mind, let's just take a quick peek at the tides here for you guys, and they look good. I really like the tides we're seeing this weekend, and the reason for it is we've got a mellow tide in the morning, and then a high slack on Friday at 10:15. 11:49 on Saturday, and then 1:40 on Sunday. But that morning swing tide is really, really mellow. The low slacks are sort of 8:30, 7:45, 6:40. So those are all going to be good times to be playing in that tide. Now the big swing is in the afternoon, and that's usually more of a challenge to fish. So if you guys are getting out, get out there relatively early and fish hard. If you can go across the strait, it's still the best show in town, but we have had great reports up Howe Sound, as well as still a number of fish off South Bowen, but we're seeing that, I don't want to say slow down because I've had some good reports, but it's maybe not as consistent as it was 2 weeks ago. Now let's pull up the weather. So when we look at Vancouver weather, it's going to be sort of similar to last week. We had some nice weather in the middle of the week this week, but we're going to get some rain again, and it looks like a fairly substantial amount of water, 15 to 20 millimeters. That could cause issues on a number of our river fisheries that are already extremely high and in a blown out condition. So I don't expect good river fishing this weekend with this water. Capilano may be the caveat depending on them opening that dam or not. We have heard fish trickling in there, so it's worth considering. We haven't heard hot reports yet, but you might get out there, watch the dam. I'll leave links to where they put the dam levels. It's something you can check the night before or the morning of, just so you don't go out there when there's a flood coming down on you. Let's look Kamloops way, because that's really important for a lot of you guys considering going into the interior. And the reports this week were great. It was fairly unsettled weather last weekend, but even then we had really good numbers and really good reports. So when we pull it up, it's going to be a little bit warmer on Friday and Saturday with 29s. It was sort of 21, 22 last week. But it does get unsettled on Sunday, dropping down to 18, and with some rain sort of Saturday into Sunday. So expect when you get conditions like that, changing pressure, it can put the fish off, it can put the hatches off. I would suspect that Friday, as you're watching this, should be excellent. Saturday should be good as well, and then we'll see what happens Sunday. As always, check your weather before you go. I'm filming this Wednesday night, so this could totally change. And when we roll into next week, it looks like it clears up and the pressure stabilizes a bit. So if you're planning a trip maybe next week, the week after, you're probably in good shape. On the actual fishing front, we've got some tons of good pictures for you guys, as well as some fun footage from Jay. Some customers sent these guys in, pretty cool fish, some brookies, some other fun stuff. But I wanted to share this one with you because this fish just went batty for Jay last weekend and then ended up belly flopping on my rod. I had lent my rod to Jay. He had wanted to have a couple extras in the quiver, and it was cringy for me to see this, but at the same time it's a fun giggle. See how spectacular this fish just went off. So that's that one. Now on the fly front, let's start off with the Andre flies because they're good. We're going to look up Frenzy flies. So here on Andre's site, we've got the Easy Bug and the Easy Mayfly. And Andre's sort of going on this route where he wants to tie simple patterns for you guys, really easy, hence the name, but ones that cover important food sources when you're out lake fishing. Now, talking to Brian last week, he said that there's some mayflies calabatus starting in the lower elevation lakes. They're not quite there yet on the medium to high elevation lakes, but this is something you definitely want in your box over the next 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and that's the Easy Mayfly. Simple, gray, clean pattern. I've actually hooked quite a few fish on this. Andre gave me a couple a few years ago, and Andre loves fishing mayflies on a floating line or a sink tip or even a slime line, clear intermediate line. It can be very effective. Now the other one that I love, and this is an easy dragonfly. It's got a little bit of foam in it so it floats up above the weeds, which is what you want. You want to dive your line down right into the dirt, get it as deep as possible, but then know that the fly is going to hover just a little bit above that. That's going to keep you from snagging. Dragging these on a heavy sinking line is almost a guaranteed bite throughout the day. It may not be the hottest thing going, but it's very consistent. It's a great trolling pattern as well, and I love how simple this one is. So if you guys are filling out the box, you do want to do some fly tying, I'm going to leave links to the dragonfly up here, and then right after it I'll leave links to the mayfly here, as well as in the links in the description below. But let's talk about the lake box. So last week I told you guys we were coming out with the What's in My Fly Box video for lake fishing. This is a series we've done before. As you guys know, we've done it on coho, we've done it on cutthroat, I've done it on steelhead. We'll put all those links down in the description because you might want to check those boxes out as well. But this time we dove into the mothership, the big, there it is, the big box there. And I would try to break it down and keep it simple. This one is a basic essentials sort of walkthrough where I talk about 10 bread and butter patterns as well as some key chronomids. And with that, we built 2 boxes for sale. We've got the meat and potatoes box here at $149.99, as well as the custom chronomid box. This box is super cool. It's magnetic so all the flies don't fall out, which is kind of cool when you're doing chronomids because they're so darn small. But if you guys want to purchase these, call into the shop, email into the shop, or come into the shop and say, hey, I just want to pick up one of these boxes. It's going to cover you really well for your next lake trip. Lastly, I want you guys to go to the video. I'll leave links up here right now, and we're giving away the chronomid box for free. And all you have to do is make sure you're subscribed to the channel, you like the video, and you comment, I want the box. Not on this video, but on the Essential Lake video. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. Short and sweet. If you guys want to see that What's in My Fly Box episode where we're looking at essential lake patterns, I'm going to link that right here for you guys so you can enter for that free box. I'm also going to give Andre's dragonfly video down here because I really like that pattern. It's definitely one to add to the bread and butter box that we're talking about. And as always, you want to see more fishing reports like this, hit the subscribe button, hit that like button. We'll catch you next week.